issue. It's what you get when you go to a convention. You don't want to let people down, so you just push it, and things get weird. But it's all good. So I'm kind of missing memory on what happened because it'd be like, and then I'd be back. I'm like, what happened? I don't even remember what they said. So I know that then when we last left off, they had made themselves available for positioning as guards for a potential thing tonight. That's going to be happening, but we'll see where we pick up with that. And we are going to be doing a little bit short of a run tonight. It was a hell week for some of our players, so we're going to make sure that they get their mental health in because that's important. And we'll see what happens. I have plot points, and they're like over here. I'm like, okay, cool. Come on back. But I'm keeping them on track. So let's go say hi to our players.
Ooh, transitions.
Hello, you sexy people.
There.
How are you all?
Hello.
Oh. Well, we're busy thinking about how we're just gonna, go on an official side quest. We're gonna go just jump ship entirely. I hope you're ready.
Let's go. Have you not heard the legend of 800 pages of written lore that I have? Have you not heard of this yet? Wait.
Is that a personal challenge to throw you off?
Let's go.
Yeah, so last time I know that you had the technical issues. We basically confronted the group of people outside. Layla tried to talk to them and was promptly cut off by a very justified arrow. We fought. I made them run away screaming with my divine powers.
I had a wall of bone.
There was
a wall of bone.
Yes, Bahjra had a wall of bone. Ahote.
I just turned another color.
No, you saved Layla's life. Ahote saved Layla's life. And then we found out it was the Shadow King, and we are royally forked.
Well, we don't really know what that means yet. We know that the SK means Shadow King, but we don't really know what that means yet. I'm hoping that tonight, and there's two options in front of me. And so there's the option of the plot point, or I have this option of this entire side quest story that will blow one of your characters up in a way that would be like, okay, now we have to talk about this. Like, uh-oh. So we'll see what happens based off of, I don't know, how I feel in about 25, 30 minutes. Like, all right, we're going to do it. I got to do it now. I'm going to pull the plug on this one and throw out that hand grenade and see where this goes. So anyways,
the GM give it, the GM take it away.
He just pulled a body into an alley.
And you were stripping it in front of a group of people looking at you. Are you really going to strip that in front of us? Really?
I took out my guitar and just went, don't pay attention to the man. Ellen, stop it. Ellen, stop.
I got laughed at by a bunch of kids because I didn't know what the Shadow King was.
You did. They're like, oh, you don't know who the Shadow King is? Oh, you're so messed up.
Your dog was embarrassed by you.
Yeah, the wolf was like this. No, not doing that. So,
and I got 25 silver richer.
So, there is the concept that you guys had been hired, that the barkeep or the bar owner has said, you know what, hey, great, I could use some extra hands for tonight to keep things somewhat peacefully down and stuff like that. You guys do as retcon, just so you guys remember, don't forget, in case you guys haven't taken notes. You've heard of this individual called Genevieve. She's looking to meet with the Daybreakers here tonight at some point. What is this? Yes, next. Don't personalize. Finish. Go away. Ugh.
Technical difficulty.
No, it's one note going, hey, by the way, do you want to do this? And I'm like, no, go away. I don't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do this right now.
I don't want to do this right
now.
Go away.
Goodbye. So long.
Right.
Time for coffee and Caffeinated Top Hat just said, time for coffee and dead bodies.
Right. So, and then you guys dragged. What were you gonna do with that body? That you I mean, that's basically where we kind of left off, right? I mean, you were kind of dealing with this dead body.
Good question.
We already ransacked him for pretty much everything that he had. We took him into the alley because he was literally just lying there on the street.
Yeah,
And we were like, we should think we have any other intentions.
just gonna dump him.
We're just gonna leave him there. I think I said.
Well,
yes,
Ellen.
Ellen was like, it's a headshot. There's no hole on armor. Like, this could be a good disguise down the road or something. So we could take this, hide the body in a dumpster.
Ellen, why do you want to carry around a set of armor with you?
Oh, because we were gonna sell it.
How much money is that actually gonna get us? Let's be realistic here.
It doesn't matter.
It's only like leather armor, and it's like dyed red, and they've got these vests on that kind of make them, Sons of Anarchy kind of concepts. I mean,
they're posers.
Yeah,
that's also something we learned. They're posers.
I look at Bahjra, I look at Ellen, I look at Hote, I look back at Ellen, I go, do we really want to sell poser armor?
Is he gonna pause this?
Was that a question to me?
The table?
No, I'm asking Ellen. I don't know what he just said.
Can you hear me? Actually, is it coming through? Am I having
maybe.
again?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. I lost all of you a second ago. Like everything just stopped. And
we all kind of just stopped waiting.
I look at Ellen and I say, do we really want to sell poser armor?
Poser.
He's gonna stop and go. I mean, it's
like getting banned merch from Hot
Topic. I mean, first of all, it'd be easier to hide the body without obvious clothing, and second of all, it could come in handy for a disguise.
To be fair, if we did leave the body with the armor, one of his homies could come back and recognize it. We're in a big city. There's dead bodies probably everywhere.
You know what? You have a point. I'm not going to take off the armor.
What do you think this is? Middle Ages? There's a dead body there, dead body over there, dead body over there. Hey, there's dead bodies everywhere. No one comes and looks at,
Yeah, but I mean like a dead body in
I mean, that'd be like, think about that. That'd be like going to New York and, oh, look, there's another dead body on the corner. Oh, look, there's one in the middle of the road. They're everywhere.
I mean, if all the movies have it right, then that's kind of the speed, right?
That's true.
I look at the group and I say, okay, so are we going to actually entertain? I mean, I got hired as an entertainer, and I think you got hired as a bouncer, Bahjra. Do we want to work for this guy and maybe see what we can find out?
Well, I want to learn how to make drinks like he did, and I'm the bartender.
Particularly.
Oh, one of those drinks that'll just knock you out with one if you slam it all at once. Yeah, sure. Let's go back to that.
Ellen's gonna pause him, and as he's taking the armor, he goes, "If I could get this armor cleaned off before tonight, and I just kind of sulked in a corner, ordered a few drinks, and wore this, do you think that would actually help us?"
It could if someone comes in and thinks you're part of the group.
Because we know that organization is lurking around that bar as it is.
And they're supposed to, and this Genevieve person is supposed to be meeting with the Daybreakers. So if you pose as one of the posers, maybe this
is where, as the GM, you shake your head and you go, and none of them have done any background research on any of these groups or individuals, and they're planning on going in, guns blazing, swords sharp, spells flung, not knowing what they're getting into. I love it. I like chaos. I love it. I love this plan. Let's do this plan.
It's a great plan.
It's a great
That's
plan.
how all of our plans have.
What if they roll through and immediately look at you and see that, you're wearing their armor, but they know that you are not one of them?
Because I don't want to just give it to you, I'm going to make you roll an intelligence check, Ellen, at a TS of 2.
First roll.
All right.
Come on, keep up those odd ones. Let's go.
Oh, remember, I had a few crit fails last session.
Oh no, that's right. I forgot about that.
So this time it's gonna be all at once, like the first game, right?
Every single one. Every single
Well,
one.
let's hope.
Everyone.
Maybe we're going on an every other session streak here, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? Get it
Darn
all
it.
10.
My wife moved our stool. That was the one that.
Right on, caffeinated Top Hat. You're right. It's like, hey, look, there's another
I
rat.
gotta use.
There's a rat. There's a rat.
There's
Oh,
a-
it's Master Splinter.
Oh, it's
Oh my
Mr.
gosh,
Splinter.
not 4.
You got an
You got
op 4.
I decided to try the lucky die.
So the boys continue to outrank you all in critical successes. With that, you kind of realize that all of the individuals that were wearing this armor were Kova, which they're a little smaller than you are, a little broader than you are, and they all had the same exact armor and jacket on, to the point of they actually had Chelix kind of like embroidered on their jacket. So let's go with that plan of you putting on that armor and sitting in the corner, and let's see what happens with that. So you go.
Is there like a mass piece or like a
No.
like some kind of helmet situation?
Nope.
Ellen, do
Nope.
you
No,
share this?
right, because the
Do you share that, Ellen? Do you share this revelation with us?
He gets the armor off and he kind of like looks for. Is there like a tarp or something he can like mummy like wrap the body in?
Yeah, like there's tarps just laying around. Like, hey, look, there's
We're gonna
like a
have to
tarp over
need
there.
a rug.
So where you guys are in,
Bodies.
where you guys are
Someone
in
put
the
their sheets out
alley,
to dry.
where you guys are in the alley. So there's this alley that kind of sits right across from the Dashing Dragon, where you're going to be hanging out in a couple hours. This alley moves back, and then of course it splits off into other things, and this alley kind of makes a curve all the way down. But there are boxes, crates that are kind of like stacked outside, little piles of trash here and there. But there are no 4 foot by 4 foot canvas pieces just hanging out there. There are the ability for you to maybe build a little cove enough to put the body in, which by the way is not suspicious at all. And lay the body in there and take that out, but there's nothing to cover this Kova's body.
We already drew a crowd. I think inconspicuous is out of the question.
Honestly, they all know that we killed the guy. There is no secret that we killed the guy. It happened.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is
All of
that
them.
is this an actual? Do I get? I don't get to realize the Kova thing, right? I have to.
Oh no,
be dumb.
you do, because he gets it off and he holds it up to him and he turns around and goes,
Ah, yes.
"Man, might not look as well as I was thinking."
Oh, that's right. They were all Kova, weren't they?
I was
Okay.
hoping they might
So
be like
I'm
elastic or something, like they have different sizes in the ranks, but I'm guessing.
You want elastic poser armor? Is that?
I mean, it's cheap. Why not?
Okay. I never thought I'd say this, but you see that I just kind of like fur stands on end for a bit as I think, and I'm just like, okay, should we just find out where these guys are and be like, hey, we killed one of your dudes, like what's going on? Like they all know, they already know. We might as well go and just talk to them and go, hey, this thing happened. Are you gonna murder us or not?
Are you really gonna go snitch on yourself?
My intuition tells me that is exactly what we should do. So we should do the opposite.
Oh my god! Oh no!
We definitely should do
None
the
of you have
opposite.
ever committed crime ever.
You see
Oh
that
no!
Layla with one of her paws, because Jakara is super touchy feely. See that? Her paws, puts a hand on her shoulder and goes, "No."
I'm just saying though, I kind of agree with the aspect of going to confront them, because do we really want them continuing to run around causing other trouble?
We're gonna just go to the bar, work at a bar. They're gonna find us anyway.
It's better than going to the source.
But is it better, because they were waiting outside for us, which means they studied us, which means when they find us, we will be at a disadvantage. And they will be surrounding us.
Agreed.
They aren't expecting us to come to them and
no,
it also takes a lot of bravery too, because if we go in and say, hey, look, We felt threatened. You felt threatened. What's going on? Because if we hide, they're gonna just think we're a bunch of sneaky rats who go around killing their people for no reason. And admittedly, I spared the rest of them.
Do you want to go there just to make amends?
No, I want to go there to make sure we don't die.
We have
And you kill them all.
conflict with the Shadow King. We
That's
have
okay.
no conflict with them. We do not want conflict with them.
Yeah,
And you're
especially
wanting to-
especially when you've got a Rakas here who can lose her temper at any moment. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, she may
We
walk
do
in.
not-
I don't like the way you're looking at me. Shoot him. I mean,
Saying
I'm volatile.
I don't want conflict with them, but the best way to avoid all future conflict is if there is no opposing force.
I look at Ellen and I say, "What do you think?"
that's a very militaristic point of view, by the way. Oh, Dave, just saying, straight out.
I look at Ellen and do the big Puss in Boots cat eyes.
He's just gonna kind of look for a moment.
But it's the Shadow
No to
King.
a face like that. We'll do it your way. But can I just kind of look in the back, try and not, kind of get a good sniper's position just in case they try and double cross us.
Bahjra, I have an idea. I have an idea that will be a happy middle. We don't just walk in and say, "Hey, we killed your dude." We take a sneaky approach.
So we break in and then say, "Hi, we killed your dude." And we broke in to say that we killed him.
Yeah,
And then
You know,
what?
this
It was like,
plan,
well,
this
we're
plan
cool now,
just gets
right?
better and better and better every moment you continue to talk. So keep going. Let's see how deep this well of chaos goes. I love this. Let's
Either
do this
way,
plan.
regardless of our
I like this
decision.
plan. Let's do this plan.
Regardless of our decision, this plan has to take place after we do our job tonight, if we're still going to do that. Because if we don't, I feel like whatever plan we decide to do is going to take a lot longer than just a few hours.
Yeah, y'all have never done crime. Ever.
I mean,
You don't walk in to the big bad place and be like, "Oopsie poopsie, we killed your guy, but we're cool now," right? Like,
so what do you suggest? What's your plan?
I've done crime before.
we leave it alone. The Shadow King is not somebody to be messed with. We do not want to mess with him.
Well, you don't even know who this. Okay, so again, back to my previous statement as the GM. You have done no research at all on any of this. The Shadow King could be this incredibly awesome dude who's protecting the young waifs and orphans of the district, but it could be a demon of the shadow who's looking to. You don't know.
But DM, you might have missed this because of the whole technical thing, but I did pass my check for I know who the Shadow King is because of my background.
Correct.
Yeah, you did
got
get
it.
that.
Yeah, you did get that.
So I do know
right.
who the Shadow King is.
Yeah, you know exactly who the Shadow King is. Yeah.
I know exactly who.
If you would prefer us not to. Wait.
I'm listening. I'm sorry. My dog is losing her mind.
If you would prefer us not to do anything but hide, are you suggesting that we just wait until they approach us off guard? Are you?
Oh, I'm not saying we go off guard.
What is your plan for if we're not going to go for them? How do we?
We let them go until they become a bigger problem.
Why would we want them to become a bigger problem that we then have?
Because they are, for all we know, these are small fries. They could not even pop up on the Shadow King's radar. They could be minuscule foot soldiers, pawns, low of the low. He might not even care.
Who is the Shadow King? Because I don't know anything about him.
Okay, so the Shadow King just happens to be one of the biggest. We're not in the crowd situation anymore, are we? We're kind of.
You're kind of back in the alleyway, still discussing what to do with this body and trying to figure out what you should do next. So no one's really moved the body. This is the thing. No one said, "Hey, I moved the body." Are you going to move the body?
I'm going to move the body while we're talking behind the crates.
All right, cool.
Ellen will help.
That helps a lot.
So we moved the body into the alley.
It was already in the alley.
As we're talking, as we are having this conversation, I think it's right as I'm stacking a box. I'm like, so who is the Shadow King anyway?
Shadow King just happens to be one of the biggest crime bosses in the city. There's like 13 different families. He happens to be one of them.
Is he an effective crime boss?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the big ones. And he was on my list. But
I'm sorry, what?
nothing.
No, hang on, no.
Listen, this could be beneficial. This could be beneficial to me and me alone. However, I'm not ready to tackle that yet. I say we go do our bar gig. If nothing happens, nothing happens. It's fine. No biggie.
Okay.
I'm sure it could be beneficial to me as well. I've got a reputation I'm trying to put out there. I need people to know that I am very well. Amazing.
First of all, I agree with that. Thank you again for saving my life. Secondly, if I'm gonna be doing bar music, I could always keep an eye out for talk. People gossip. They get drunk and they gossip.
Absolutely.
I could listen and see what they say. But my main question is, Bahjra, if you don't want to tackle them first, they may get us in a bad situation in that bar. What do you recommend?
Wait, you're asking a 17-year-old to make a decision?
Yes, I am. Yes, mysterious.
She's 17.
Great.
Yes, mysterious voice in my head. I am asking.
It's like those commercials where they're like, "Who is talking anyhow?"
See, my whole job is to go, here's the fourth wall. You're doing what? Okay.
We need to give him a DMPC.
What we need is every time we hear the voice, it's like, my conscience?
Gosh.
I say, okay, we'll do the bar job and we'll go from there.
I'm with you 100% in the fact that if we do the bar job, we'll get some more information. Mostly because I want to get into a bar fight. And I believe that that is going to be the quickest way for me to get into a bar fight. I am not ready to fight the Shadow King, though.
I will try to help you out with the fight.
Thank you.
Making drinks.
Exactly. And I want to, with every drink I make, just put a splash more than there should be.
My sweet Layla. It's called a Molotov.
Okay.
So it's beneficial.
All right, before we go back, I have an alternate option. He's just gonna like stuff the. Could he fit this armor in his back, or could he just fit the vest? He'll just keep the vest if he can't fit the armor. All right, he'll just stuff the vest in and be like, "Do we not really need this then? Because it's not going to fit me properly. No. I could wear it, but it's going to look rather weird.
You're
and
also
it might be a little
Tasha who, so it's not going to really help your case.
Maybe they recruit. Yeah, good point.
No.
He's just going to like toss it on top of the body. Just like, never mind.
Maybe they recruit. No, you're right.
He was studying our faces. Is there any way we could like get a hat or something? Because I don't think I've officially been given a job, so I'll still sit and sulk in the corner and stuff. I'll just low hat or something like that.
I think you're just going to be the ears of. You're just going to try to get some information. I mean, if you don't have a job, you're going to be kind of a floater.
I mean, people like to talk at the bar.
Yeah,
I would assume so. I think that this is how this town.
Hote gets them more and more inebriated. See what they say. I think we're gonna go to the bar.
How much do we have until our shift? Because it's supposed to happen like at 5 or something.
So you guys have been talking for about 30 minutes and stuff. You still have about an hour left if you guys want to do anything else. And again,
cool. We go shopping for a hat.
You want to buy a hat?
Shopping trip.
I am 25 silver richer. Let's do it. Let's blow it.
How well did we do hiding the body? Is it pretty hidden?
I put it behind some boxes. Ellen helped.
They gotta be confused with like this kind of not, like this. It's not neatly folded, but it's like, folded clothing that's been taken up and just set on top of the body. Like, why?
Flawless. No one will know.
No one will ever know. And they'll be like, so why didn't they take the armor?
They just took it off him and folded it nicely.
Just fold it in.
Like, hey, so this is still usable if you guys want this.
It's a gesture of goodwill.
Well, they did.
It's a gesture or something. I don't know if it's goodwill or insult.
I think for the next hour, I kind of defer to the rest of the party, and whatever they want to do as I and you notice that at this point I have fully pulled out food and am eating it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, just yeah, exactly. As I'm walking, it's like little meat morsels, like little scraps of like bird and stuff, and you just see me go, What? I have a schedule. I gotta keep it. My
Let's
ears
see.
do the droop
A
thing again.
Linux trail mix.
So do you guys want to do any shopping? Is this an actual thing you guys want to do, or?
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm
not opposed.
I don't have anything to buy, but I'll tag along.
Are you looking for anything specific? Because you are in the Eastern District, which means that you are also in you're not in the trade district, which is really packed with bunches of shops. There are shops here. It's not like, the majority of this district, especially along the river, and as you get to the large towers where the airships actually are able to dock, are huge warehouses, right? And they're kind of put in together like that. And then you've got the main street, and of course down on the main street you're going to have offices for various businesses, mercantile offices. You're going to have the occasional store. You're going to have, it's not like it's like all the residents live on one side of the town. There's going to be residences here. There's also, so that means there's going to be what's the one word I want to talk about? I want to say there's going to be small shops. There's going to be small restaurants. There's going to be those kind of things. There's going to be open-faced restaurants. There's going to be those kind of things. That's going to bother me until I figure out what that term is. And so there are those kind of things happening that you're able to do. So it depends on what you want, what you're looking for.
I think
Any
Ellen
place
wants
that
a
sells
hat.
a hat. Yeah. Well, you said we noticed that they were studying us, right? I mean,
Right.
Keep the low hat.
Right. There's, and the term I was looking for is bodegas. There's bodegas.
Bodegas! That's a fun word. I like that word.
Oh, guys, does this mean I'm the bodega cat?
Probably.
Oh my god.
But the thing is this, is even as you guys are passing through this, you're not the only, it's not like you're an unusual species. I mean,
No.
humans don't even,
No,
the humans don't even look at you, right? There are other Jakara there. There are Jakara that are your size, there's Leonis, there's Tigress, there's other species there.
Every time, you guys notice, every time I run into a fellow Jakara, I do the same greeting. If it's a male, you see that I bow my head slightly while he puts his hand over his heart. If it's a female, you see that we extend our palms to each other. I do this with every Jakara I meet, every single one. If it's a female presenting, I do this, and if it's a male presenting, I do this, and then I keep walking.
And that,
so you're taking
so they do that a lot, right? I mean, when she comes across a male Jakara, even if the male Jakara is with someone else, she'll bow and he'll put his hand on his heart like that. It's a traditional greeting that they have. Bahjra, there are small groups of 3 or 4 Rakas that you pass every now and again. Ohote, you do find that there are a series that are doing different things. Some of them own some of the bodegas and other shops, things like that. Ellen, uniquely though, it's very difficult to tell the difference of a Tajahu from a Tajahu. The only way you figure this out is by the pins or the patches that they have that are on their left breast, right up here, and that only indicates house, not their name, just like what house they may be associated with. So we never got into it, so I'm going to assume that you haven't put one up yet because your house was, if I remember correctly, lowered and assimilated at some point, or was almost assimilated. Is that not what we were talking about? I think.
I
Like
guess
that?
you could call what happened to it. I mean, similar to assimilation in the um I think the second letter would be an N instead of an M. Sounds like assimilated, but yeah, something along those lines.
Okay. Assassinated.
I think it was more like, yeah, annihilated, assimilated, something like that.
Right. So annihilated, assimilated, something like that. And so, and that's another thing that you guys are all going to learn about each other is these different things. So you see a bunch of different species. You see some minotaur, some bahuls coming by. You see some trolls coming by. There are groups of large merchants kind of moving around with bodyguards. And you tend to notice that if it's a bodyguard of a merchant, they tend to be trollish, Fencanor, or Bahul, almost exclusively. And they are very stoic, very like, you don't want to fuck with them kind of thing. But then again, you could. Who knows, So are you guys looking for any specific things you want to purchase? Any type of specific like store, like a specific, like, not to say like a jewelry store, but that's an example of
a haberdasher, right? We're looking for a
haberdasher or something for a hat.
Yeah. We want. That's literally why we're shopping. Ellen
Just
wants
for
a
a hat.
Ellen wants a hat.
Just a hat.
Ellen wants a hat. What?
Feeling self-conscious.
Well, if you about a half block down, you come across a large not open area, but it's like it opens, it's like you got the street moving, right? You got the street moving, and then it kind of opens into a curvature, like there's a bunch of little shops that are all connected, right? And there are some that are, there's an armorer there, there is a weaponeer there is a clothing store-ish kind of thing there, and in that clothing store you see several types of different hats if you wish to approach.
I quickly sigh as I know none of them will fit over my ears. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes, actually, that looks exactly like what I'm looking for.
So what kind of hat are you looking for exactly? Do you know? You're just looking for a hat? You looking for a top hat?
Kind of that moment where, like, you'll know it when you see it. Probably something with a wider brim, that he could kind of like cover his face with if someone's kind of looking his direction.
Would we call this a like wide-brimmed hat that you might find on a specific Star Wars character who's an assassin?
No, not that big.
Oh, okay.
As much as I like him.
Fantastic reference, though.
That's a good reference.
Yeah.
Fantastic reference.
Now it's tempting. But I was thinking I was thinking more Clint Eastwood, but
Okay, whoa. When you say more Clint Eastwood, are we talking like before Get Married to a Mule or after?
Before, like back in his rawhide days.
So that's gonna be one of those that's gonna be one of those big brimmed ones that come down and around, right? Almost like a sombrero, but not the point of a sombrero.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
They've got several of them. They've got several of them in that kind of fashion. Some are made from a crushed velvet. Other are a thicker leatherish kind of type. There's a couple of really canvasy, kind of like they've really, it's several layers of canvas kind of concept. So whatever you kind of want, and they range in price from 5 silver pieces to 100 silver pieces, depending on which one you're looking for. How much are the what? The leather ones? They're about 20 silver pieces.
Okay.
Sturdy and reliable.
Yeah, well, I actually have a leather fedora myself, and that thing is
right. Caffeinated top hat, a lot like that's actually brilliant. Caffeinated top hat actually hit it up, kind of like the Undertaker's hat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Layla is looking at a Hote, just going, "Do you need gloves for all of your hands?"
Out of nowhere.
Why would you only get gloves?
Do you buy
for
two pairs or 4 pairs?
Oh,
I actually bought cestus. 4 pairs of cestises.
What are cestises?
They're like brass knuckles, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Don't yours have like spikes on them?
That's actually what I was going to ask for to get them with spikes because I didn't do it the first time.
Well, that you could actually do. That you could take it to the armorer or the weaponsmith that's there, the weaponeer. They can put them on, but it's going to take more than an hour because they got to basically not rebuild them, but they've got to attach them.
You see that Layla goes, maybe you want something like this, and my claws come out.
Shink.
Oh. I want to ask Armor about retractable spikes for the cestus.
Maybe after we don't get killed tonight.
Oh, they'll be for me to pick up.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, Bahjra is kind of standing guard outside of the shops, keeping her like hood low and her hand close to her hip because she notices the other Rakas. And just anybody, really, she's just watching and she's not moving. She's keeping her head low, not talking. She's guard mode. Very guarded.
Out of character real quick, you said if we have like spell books and we got another spell book and wrote the spells in those books or whatever, would that like cause a problem between having two spell books with the same spells in them?
No, but my only question would be why would you do that other than to have an extra copy? Are you going to carry?
That would literally be it, to always have at least one copy hidden but up on my body. So that like if anything ever goes wrong and one of them gets taken, I'm like, oh no, haha.
If you so want to do that, that is completely up to you.
Did you expect this to be your session tonight, Hilarious? We're going hat shopping. Can I make a copy of my spell book?
And
again, I am prepared
by session
for
50, Akote is going to be a library.
Right? I'm going to have a library. Can I get a bookcase? And can I wear that as a backpack?
The last thing I actually need, I need a tool belt.
Okay, you can get a tool belt. What kind of tool belt are you looking for?
Tool belt to put a shit ton of pebbles in.
I know what you're doing with that, and that's going to backfire. I'm just going to tell you now. I know what you're doing.
I almost spit.
Says that we could tattoo ourselves.
I don't. How could it?
He's got a lot of canvas. He's got a lot of canvas.
So why don't you just get a large pouch and put like pebbles in it instead of like this. Like when you say I need a tool belt, I'm thinking like, big bag and I get a slot over here, and why don't you just get like a large pouch? I mean, it'll hold like 60 or 70 pebbles easily.
It's not just gonna be pebbles, but I wasn't thinking of like a giant bag. I was thinking of just like kind of like a belt, just like with different pouches already built in or whatever, instead of having multiple pouches around. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. I don't need a fanny pack.
And the thing is, I can't wait for you to actually cast it and see what happens with that.
Can I see a Hote with a fanny pack, please?
I just want to continuously throw them at people.
Well, right.
Enemies, because
they can also be used as torture devices too.
I think at this point,
you've told me that story, and I'm not doing that.
I look around at the group. And I say, okay, do we have everything we need? Do we want to go report to the job now?
Is it time yet?
It's getting there. I mean, again, remember, you're on the eastern side of the city, and while it is still like 5 p.m. and it's still bright outside, the shadows of the wall and the other buildings make the eastern district very dark very quickly. If you've ever been in New York, you know what I'm talking about when you get around certain areas. It doesn't matter. It could be 5 o'clock in the afternoon on June 21st, the longest day of the year, and it's dark.
I think that we should go. Let's go back to the cantina.
Oh, I do also want to buy a greater healing medical kit. So on the off chance that we keep messing up, trying to heal somebody, whatever, we have an actual way to heal them.
You can definitely do that.
We'll do that.
Actually, a smart idea.
It's 120 silver pieces.
I look sadly down at my token.
I
wrote punctured puncture marks in my back.
Hey.
What does it mean when it says 40
Alright.
attempts next to it? Like I can use greater 40 times or
And what page are you on? Just real quick.
182,
Thank you.
bottom left.
So the grader has 40 attempts. Basically, it's got 40 things that you can do with it, right? So it's a fairly large kit, right? It's like going to Walmart and buying the big old first aid kit. It's got a lot of stuff in it. It's got 40 attempts. Once you've done with it, you got to replenish it.
You hear Layla mumble something in Jakara, and you don't know what it is.
What is it?
It's essentially, I'm gonna get better at the spells. I just had a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in Jakara.
No, that was not in character, honey.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I was like, I was about to go, do you speak Jakara? Wow. I was ready for it.
So as you guys begin to leave and start to make your way back to the to the area,
I do buy a hat.
You do buy the hat, right?
Yeah. He finds a nice black leather Clint Eastwood style spaghetti western cowboy hat, and is like, yeah, this will work.
Brilliant. I love that. I love that. That's so funny. So as you begin to...
Uh-oh.
Never
No, he
mind.
cut out.
I was actually
Oh.
reading Master Markham's response about what they did with the armor on the Twitch. I was like, really? Wow, okay. All right. Indeed. So
An accurate summary of what has been
Yep.
done
I've got to
so
work.
far.
So this
This has
is just a note thought.
no
I've got to work with
consequences.
D&D Denial and get into their bits that you guys can buy. Is players or people who are watching can actually spend 1,500 of their bits and give you guys heroic luck. 1 heroic luck per one. So if you are over at the Telarius Gaming channel, it's a constant, like, you need to lower the price. I'm like, no, I'm going to raise it on you only. Because they do that, and you can't give yourselves heroic luck, but you would be able to give Ellen, you'd be able to give Bahjra heroic luck while we're on Twitch, and stuff like that. My lovely wife in the background is saying, "Can I give you heroic luck?" No, that's only during character creation. As you guys make your way around the corner and stuff like that, you guys are kind of like busy. You're admiring Ellen's hat and things like that. Ohote's kind of looking at his thing. And Bahjra, you run right smack into a group of middle-aged Rakas, and it knocks you back for a second, and they all stop and look at you. They do not have their faces covered and are not wearing hoods the way that you are. And one kind of just looks at you and then looks at the others and then says in Rakaish, so this is what a dishonored one looks like. And he reaches forward and grabs your mask and starts to pull it off.
I grab his wrist really quick.
Go for
As soon as he touches me, I grab his wrist.
Agility check. Opposed
Okay.
to agility checks.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Are we right next to her?
Yeah, are we close behind?
Yeah, well, you guys are all kind of like looking, Layla, you're kind of looking at Ellen's hat while he's doing that, and you're like, oh, that's really cool, right? And then Ahote's kind of putting his stuff together, and she's kind of like in the front, and she runs smack dab, and it was just a random occurrence. I actually rolled for it to see if it actually occurred. How many successes do you get?
It was a agility, right?
Yep.
I got 3 successes.
Brilliant. So you go to grab his hand, and as you go to grab his hand, he kind of pulls his hand back and says, "Don't disgust me with your dishonoredness."
Is this all in Rakaish?
In Rakish, yeah.
I think I look at Ahote and Ellen. I go, I don't know what they're saying, but it does not look good, and I don't like the fact that he's trying to put his hands on her. What do we do?
These three one steps in front of her, and they're getting into a bullying tactic, right? One on either side of her. They know you're there, but you don't matter to them, and they're kind of giving her this. They're giving her a one-over look, but it's not like, oh, look how good looking she is. It's like they're disgusted by her presence. Like,
Hey,
have you not they continue to speak to you in various ways about you. Yeah.
Hey, leave her alone.
They're kind of like surrounding me. There's like one in the front.
One
and
in
there's
front, and there's two on either side, and they're just giving you this look. And in Rakash, what they're saying to you is, "You're disgusting. Why haven't you ended yourself?"
Can I kick out the front one's knee?
If you want to, it will cause initiative. It will cause initiative to occur.
That's fine.
Up on seeing
I was
her.
gonna say,
Wait. Is this gonna be one of those situations where I should roll? Yeah.
This is gonna be definitely a willpower check. TS of 3.
Okay.
I would just like to note that after Layla gets our attention,
Nope.
I was going to try to walk over there, but since she's in the middle of acting, I'm assuming that I have just taken my first step towards her.
Yeah, I think we're all
same
like
here.
in the middle of a step. But you see, I yell, "Hey, leave her alone!" I start moving. You guys start moving. Then it's just
Hey,
like,
Lord Baron.
oh.
So you guys, because Bahjra wears a mask, you can't see her emotional response to this. And but you guys can see them giving that look, that sneering look, like, ugh. And in Rakash, they tell you basically why haven't you removed yourself from this world and at least brought some honor to your family. And you go to kick them.
Yeah, I super failed that willpower check. So
did you? Oh,
yeah,
right on.
my willpower is 87. I rolled an 81.
Wow, yeah, you did fail that.
Yeah.
So here's what's gonna happen. I need all of you guys to roll initiative for me, and then let me know what they are.
Gonna put those dice away because I can't read them.
All right.
Give them a
Another
TS5
time
check.
in trouble.
Oh, they're already in trouble. We'll see what happens here. That's
That's an 18 for Layla.
all right, and that includes the D10 plus whatever you have. Is that correct?
It is a 4 plus a 14.
Oh wow.
That is a
18. All right.
21.
21 for Ahote.
Yeah, it's just a D10, right?
Yeah, it's a D10
And
plus your
plus our
initiative.
initiative?
Right.
Yeah, it's 21.
Got 19.
It's the highest I can get.
Ellen?
Oh, it's a D10?
Right, it's a D10.
All right, hang on.
Bahjra?
19.
19. All right.
And that is... All right, so the initiative is...
It's at the top of the page,
Sorry.
top of the character sheet. So just roll a D10,
Okay,
a
there
single
it is.
D10, and add it to that.
Okay.
And is Luna
that'll
just
be
waiting outside?
7 plus 26.
Oh, super initiative.
I forget. That's right. He did that last time. He's got like super initiative, so 33.
Super initiative.
You have
But remember, my
Yeah.
so far was
Yeah.
speed stealth.
Super speedy.
I'm mad that you started off with the D10.
How I play Skyrim. Get in, get out fast and quiet.
Right. But this is actually going to happen between Bahjra and this one gentleman first. Go ahead and make your
Is Luna just waiting outside?
well, no, Luna's right next to you. I mean, Luna's just following you wherever you go. So, Luna's there. I mean, she's a wolf, so she's like hanging out with you. He's actually surprised by this attack by you. So that means he's not going to get an actual physical defense. So if are you using your brawling?
Brawling.
Huh?
Yeah. Let's use brawling.
Yeah, because you don't have weapons drawn. I mean, you could do
I don't.
that. But this is just
I don't.
You're just trying to buckle his knee, right?
Yeah, this is me initiating it. I'm gonna kick out one of his knees.
I am texting you cheers in your Discord DM right
You
now.
are, and I see it pop up, and I'm thriving off of it. So I'm rolling for brawling.
Yes.
Okay.
Get him.
Okay. Oh. That doesn't apply. Never mind. Ho! That is 3 successes. I have a 54 brawling and I rolled a 20.
Okay.
So yeah, he doesn't get a physical defense against, and you rolled how many successes?
3.
3. So you go and you buckle his knee out. Are you trying to break his knee or buckle it? There's two differences.
No, I'm just trying to get him to like fall to it.
So like you kind of put your foot out there and then yank the knee towards him so it kind of buckles forward.
Yeah, kind of like get him to kneel.
You actually do that with that because he's not going to get a physical defense to that, and he's unprepared for it. I will give him an agility check to try to avoid it. Yeah, no, you've caught him way off guard, and you pull him literally. He stumbles forward to a knee in front of you. I mean, if you're here, he's now literally face level, just kind of like looking up at you, right? At your like. I don't have figs, so imagine this is your head and this is his head now, right? This is about where you're at, right?
As he falls, I'm gonna tell him in Rakash, if I'm so disgusting, why are you beneath me?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you a heroic luck for that because that's kind of brilliant.
That was so good. And
Good.
I don't know what she's saying, but I look at the group and I go, I don't know what she's saying, but she's badass and I like her a lot.
It just kind of sounds very throaty and very guttural. It's
got a lot of that's like a lot of and stuff like that. It's I guess the best and closest approximation to the Rakas, Kovas, as Dehak, which is Kovish language, and the Habatu is a mixture of Klingon. I guess it's probably the closest articulation that you can actually get if you were going to actually try to put the two together. And there's this, and it can be either very loud or very deep and dark whispery. I am assuming the way you've said it, it's deep, dark, whispery. Like,
yeah,
I will
it's
you up.
Very, very intimate.
So it's an intimate kind of thing. Like, I will.
It's very like close in his face and just like still having the mask up because I'm assuming he didn't pull it down. He's just like
he reached for it and you slapped. You went to grab him and he backed his hand out. Like, how dare you try to touch me? He actually was thinking that maybe he'd get the entire thing on you. Yeah.
Mask is still up, so it's very close in his face. That's what I mean by intimate. Not like I'm gonna bang him. But like,
right? No, it's very close up and intimate, right? No,
very close up. Yeah.
No, I knew what you said. I knew what you were saying. Not like intimate, like you're gonna like hook up, but like that real close, like in the you don't even know who you're messing with. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I am the Lizard King.
I am the Lizard King.
Amazing.
But I'm keeping my hand on my hip where that scarf is.
I don't agree with every. Layla does not agree.
Just in case.
Layla does not agree with every tactic that Bahjra does, but this is good. I enjoy this.
So good.
Yeah.
So they actually, I forgot about this. They actually have a word. I'm gonna actually send it to you first, Bahjra, so you can see exactly what they said to you.
Give me the word. I have a dictionary pulled up on another page, so I'm ready.
So you can actually add this. Selkie?
That's me.
It's Selkie.
I'm playing badass right now.
So here's what you hear. You hear this rumbling from him of this Taj Maham. Very deep and throaty to him, the Taj Maham. And you kind of see her kind of step back, and then she kicks out this knee from this. She literally reaches, forward, hooks her foot behind the guy's knee and pulls it back, which causes him to stumble forward. And now, he's kind of kneeling. And then you hear her in the translator that if I'm so beneath you, why are you kneeling to me now? In Rakish. But yeah, I need to get you these dictionaries. And help you pronounce.
We have a raid.
Oh, we do.
Hello,
Raiders.
Hello, Raiders. I am a badass.
And so, what did you say exactly? Beneath you? Why are you beneath?
Yeah, if I'm so disgusting, why are you beneath me?
Because the bird is the word by Caffeinated Top Hat.
Get out of this game immediately.
The bird is the word.
I'm so mad. I have an earworm now, and I'm mad about it. That is the theme song of this group, isn't it?
And I like
It is now.
Yep.
I need to write a theme song. We all need to write a theme song. It's Critical Role this.
No.
I am
Hold on,
hardcore.
I'm looking for another.
Yeah, I think at this point, I am not making a move. I'm standing by if she needs us. I'm standing with Ellen and Ahote, and I'm like, unless she says something, I think, unless they do something or she says something, I think she's got it.
You notice that when this happens, those other two kind of like look at him and look at her, and they go to start to draw their weapons. One goes to reach for a pistol, the other's drawing some sort of like small dagger.
I grab my rapier. It's on.
I grab my spell book.
Are we a murder hobo party?
No.
Sure.
Not.
No, we're just chaos.
That is your response in actual Rakesh, Selkie. You hear her respond with loche, like loche shav, right to his face, really close. Lochi shav, and and the other two kind of start to do this response. And we will start with you, Ellen.
For initiative over here.
Random killing people in the
So
street.
Ellen already has the pistol out, just like the others. I'm gonna do something that honestly I want to just shoot these guys, but here's what Ellen would do, because this is they haven't actively tried to shoot her yet. So he's gonna go up and he's actually gonna grab her.
You're gonna grab Bahjra.
Kind of like a dad. Yep, kind of like a uncle
Right.
or someone. Like when you're in trouble, you just grab him by the arm, kind
All
of
right,
yank
so
him
make an
back.
agility check.
All right.
I make an agility check?
No, he's making an agility check.
Oh, he's
first.
going to. Okay.
Oh gosh. What's my agility stat? That might have just failed. Darn it! Come on.
No success for you.
You can't have
darn
odd
it.
ones all the time.
Agility's an 87. That was an 89. I guess I'm not de-escalating this conflict.
Oh no.
So wait,
As he's
what'd you
grabbing
roll?
her?
Okay, go ahead.
I rolled an 89. Agility's an 87.
So you go to grab at her, right? And as this whole thing is happening, are you like just trying to grab a shoulder, or are you trying to grab like hug?
Like trying to grab her, like her just kind of like to grab her by her arm like this and kind of yank her back. And as he's doing that, he's actually apologizing and basically saying, "Don't mind her, just go about your business." Type of. Like,
These are not the droids you're looking for.
yeah, exactly. He's like, you know what? Don't. She has a temper. Don't mind the kid. Just get out of here.
You go to grab her by the shoulder, and you actually end up grabbing her by the back of the neck like this. Bahjra, hold on, I'm trying to get her a lot of stuff real quick.
She's so mad.
You're gonna want to pin this, Bahjra,
Okay.
in our chat.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
This is what happens to you. Now you have to decide who's the bigger threat: the person who's grabbed you by the back of the neck, or the person, or the two people to the side. Make an intelligence check.
No.
Oh, I was gotta say, let me just roll intelligence real quick.
If you succeed, it's the two people to the side. If you fail, it's whoever grabs you from behind.
Oh no.
Because
Whoever it is.
you're in a situation
Whoever it is.
where it is fight, flight, or faint.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, what? Intelligence?
Yeah,
Intelligence, yep.
I'm so scared.
you got it right. That's like it's all four for
Hey,
you, right?
I mean,
Easy.
going for de-escalating the conflict. If we start fighting each other, that might be enough to make him go away.
No, that's a failure, my friends. My
We're
intelligence
failing
is
all of this tonight.
my intelligence is 73. I rolled an 81.
You rolled a what?
I rolled an 81.
And what's your intelligence?
73.
So you turn and you've been attacked from behind. What do you do?
Okay, he grabbed me by the back of the neck, so I'm gonna try to like back my elbow up into his as I'm turning to face him.
Okay.
So I'm trying to just kind of swipe his arm off of me, just to come in.
Make a brawling check. I mean, you're full on
Okay.
coming around this way, right? That's the way I see you.
Yeah,
Coming
I'm
up around
gonna
this way.
swipe his arm off of me and then try to like come in with a quick punch, probably to the nose.
Watch her get a critical.
I'm so scared.
Yeah.
This is my brawling. This is one success, just one.
Okay, so not so bad.
Oh,
So
nice.
as she turns, she brings her fist, her elbow up, and it kind of hits your elbow in such a way that it almost pops you this way, and then she turns at you. Are you fully turning, or are you just like gonna just pop around and see who it is?
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn real quick and
Because
see who it is.
remember,
and then-
the situation that you're in, there is no good actor in what's happening to you right now. Everything is bad.
I'm very surrounded, and I'm just gonna go out swinging. I'm just, but I.
Oh.
All right, so it's
Yeah,
not her turn. She just swings. Had she gotten a bigger crit, she would have probably popped you in the chin and potentially knocked you
Just
out. But this is
got
that.
him
So
off
she
of me.
turns on you. Hote, it's your turn.
In the middle of him apologizing to them.
Sorry, Willie. Don't worry about her. And of course, you
She's
said
had a
this.
rough
You said this
day.
in common, and not Rakesh. So they all look at you like, are you on her side or not?
So I
What
get
is going on?
what, a simple action, a main action.
You get a full, a move, a
Full,
simple, and then you have
move.
your two basics, which allows you to do some cool things occasionally.
Okay. Well, I am going to start by. So how is the position placed? Okay, you have
So imagine this.
Bahjra right here,
Right. So
Ellen right behind her.
you've got Bahjra right in front. Now Ellen's right behind. Right. You guys are kind of talking about what's happening. So you're kind of off to the left, behind her and to the left. And Layla, you're kind of off to the right because you were kind of walking with Ellen at the Ellen at this time.
Yeah.
Right. And these guys are in front. They've kind of made like a half circle in front, and they're trying to surround Bahjra. And it looks honestly like they're trying to mock her and just put her down for what she, just trying to put her down. And you can't really speak. And the reason why they're saying this all in Rakesh is because it's a Rakesh thing, right? It's a Rakosh thing. It's not something that.
It's not a we thing.
It's not a we thing.
It's a we thing.
It's a we thing, not a we thing, right?
A we
and stuff
thing.
like that. So that's what you see, Ohote. So
I'm
you're kind
going
of
to-
behind and to the left.
I'm going to start off with walking towards her, or towards the one that's on her left.
Okay.
I'm going to begin with a force blast.
Let's make more chaos. I like this.
Oh,
Let's
that
go.
just undid my apology. Sorry
Yeah,
about
well,
that.
Yes.
all I see is them doing stuff, and then she's immediately turning around, and I know that she needs to not be surrounded right now.
All right. So
And
go ahead.
you
make your-
already have her, and I don't want to get hit.
Yeah,
So
go
force
ahead
blast.
and force blast. And that's going to be is that a physical? I'll look it up.
No, it's a fudge. I blast a cone of invisible force at a target. The small and medium targets are flung backwards,
Right.
5 feet per success.
But do they have they get a check against it? I just wonder if it's physical or Jinhur. So it is a Jinhu. It's a Jinhu defense. Right, because you're using you're using magic, right? Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
using, it's
Right,
an elemental type.
Yeah, elemental spirit, elemental air. All right, so they get a magical defense. Go ahead and roll, roll your score. Let's see what you do.
There's a Jedi mind trick when you need one.
And what am I using for like this?
So you'll roll. It's a D100 roll against
My
spellcraft.
intelligence.
No, against spellcraft, which is your skill to cast spells.
I knew that. Okay, that's 57.
All right.
And that is a 22. So that's three successes.
Well, and this one guy is so taken aback by what Bahjra has done, doesn't even pay attention to you, which means that I rolled a 99 on mine, so he critically fumbled his defense, which means that you gain an additional +3 successes to your totality. So you've actually got five successes worth of capability here on this.
Okay. So that one is to him. Those that fail the senses are affected and have been knocked down and knocked back. With 5 successes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He flew back 25.
Yeah, you knocked this guy back. He's so taken aback by it, and the fact that I rolled a 99 on his defense. You throw him down the street into a small crowd of other people and individuals, and they start yelling at him in different languages, like, are you drunk? What's wrong with you? And they kind of like, because it was like out of nowhere, right? It wasn't like, you're pushing him 25 feet.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to just throw him like
so
that.
you threw him like 25 feet and just slammed into this crowd, and they fall to the ground. He's shaken and stirred for a minute there. That is a full action for you. You still have your move if you want to use that, and a simple if you have something else you can do.
I was going to attempt to try to calm down Bahjra by pulling her back as well.
Okay,
but
good.
Seeing
so
that,
you're gonna go to grab her.
Seeing that,
okay.
Ellen has a hold of her.
Well, Ellen doesn't have a hold of her. Ellen grabbed, and she turned around and popped that elbow, and it kind of threw him off this direction. You step off to the left and go force blast, knocking this one dude 25 feet, and Ellen's like, "Oh God, my elbow."
Okay, I want to.
Ellen's like, well, that didn't work.
I want to attempt to get her to make eye contact with me, and like try to tell her to.
How are you going to get this enraged Rakas to get
hooded,
eye contact
no less,
with you, who's hooded and wears a mask?
I'm going to grab her arm.
Oh, great! I love this. Go ahead and make an agility check.
I'm trying to be as gentle as I can.
Layla is standing there with just her paws.
Bahjra, at the same time, I need you to make another willpower check.
Okay.
That is face pawing.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
What are we?
Drooping. Oh no.
Agility.
Ears are full down at this point. It is a bad
What's my agility?
Yeah. So roll your agility. Tell me how many successes you got. I love in a party conflict. This is awesome.
So that is a 12, and my agility is 7.
I'm sorry, your agility is a 70?
70, and I got a 12.
12, so that's 6 successes. Bahjra, roll your agility. First off, did you fail or make your willpower check?
I failed. Well, I got 1 success.
Yeah, you failed. And now make your agility check at a +4 successes.
Okay. Oh no. Agility +4 successes.
Spell it, please.
That would be 8 successes, my guy.
So
am I gonna have to bear? Oh, I can't
you
even
go to grab her with one of your hands. She turns around and she does this hook against your hand, and now it's got you trapped. So now technically she's grappling you. All right. So
I look down at my other 3 arms, like, whoa, wait, what?
Right?
No, you.
Is there anything else you want to do, Ahote, before you get knocked out?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just throwing words out there. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I want to kind of scream at her, but in a not so.
Wait, you want to scream at her, but not in such a mean way?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want to
no.
scream in a mean way, but I don't want to just make it seem like,
Do you have convince?
hey, stop. Like, I need some authority.
Do you have
Oh,
convince?
like commanding. You're commanding a 17-year-old.
My
This
convince
should
is
go well.
57. I do have convince.
All right, roll convince.
Teenagers love being told what to do.
Oh,
We're
we love
using-
it. It's great.
Teenagers love it. They don't want to
We're
rebel
using the
against
good
authority
dice.
at all.
I
Never.
approve of your comment, caffeinated top hat. That would be almost appropriate for this group at this point.
This old lady just goes, "Why do you keep fighting?"
Yes. starts throwing rollers
And then
at you.
They
Is it
say
all
it.
Is it all
Wait, you rolled
That's
an
not
ot what?
four.
An ot
An
4.
An ot 4.
So roll your critical, which is just a single d10.
Okay. See, this is why they are my special dice. That's a 1.
So what's your convince score?
57.
All right, so you've got 5 successes, 6 successes with that, 7 with the critical. So he's yelling at you to like let go of me in a gentle but firm and commanding fatherly way.
I'm yelling at her to calm down and stop.
You make a willpower check at 4 successes to determine if you actually hear him, and if you do, then I will allow you to do what you want to do. Otherwise,
This would be a bad time to tell you guys I have a really high willpower.
no,
Not today, though.
not
That's
today.
an 88. My willpower is 87.
Yeah, she just looks at you, and she's got this look in her eyes, like she doesn't even recognize you at this moment. It's like if you've ever been in one of those situations where they look at you with hate and like anger, like I know you're speaking, but I'm about to punch you out.
Mama said knock you out.
However, she doesn't move right away. She hesitates, but she hasn't let go of you.
Okay. I'm going to use my basic action to put my spellbook back in my pocket and ready my acupuncture kit. I'm going to try to make her unconscious.
Oh, so you're going to pull out the other kit? Sure, I'll let that happen. That makes sense. With your other 3 hands. It is now Bahjra's turn. So Bahjra,
Lovely.
you've been attacked twice from behind. You've been told that you should, you know what you've been told. And you're not in a good mental place, I would think, at this point. Having tried to avoid most of this for the last year or so, and now it's kind of, it's not a full head, but it's come to a tension point here. Any actions that you make are going to be either based off of your willpower or intelligence checks at a TS of 4. If you fell in those, it's almost like the direct opposite. Like if you want to let go and you fail, you squeeze harder, like you're getting ready to do something. But you have control of your character, but you're kind of like in this weird way.
Fugue state.
Yeah.
Rage fugue state.
Yep.
I love it. So because of her backstory, she is used to fighting one-handed. And she's still, these other people are trying to stop her, but people don't stop her. She's still coming after the dude who insulted her, because Rakasa are all about honor, and you don't insult them. So she's still looking at this dude kneeling in front of her.
So she's got a Hote turned this way with the grasp.
Yeah, she's
and
got
is looking
him
down at
held.
this guy now. Okay, right on.
Looking at this dude.
I mean, I may be
And-
upset, but you're definitely badass.
She's a badass. I love her. I love her and everything about her. Oh boy.
And just for
Here's
everybody
the
who
tricksy
knows who's
part.
listening, if you're jumping in, and also for the other players, this is something that Selkie and I talked about, and I said, "Are you okay with this going this way?" And she's like, "Perfectly fine." So I want you
Do
guys
it.
to know it's. I
Do
guess
it.
consent was kind of given.
Consent
on
was
the character
given.
plot.
Please torture me.
Jeez.
So here's the tricksy things is, yeah, we're close. We're pretty very close. No, I'm not gonna bring that boy out yet. We're gonna keep that boy for a special occasion.
Please don't bring out the boy.
I'm not at all scared now.
we're gonna bring that boy out for a better
We all
time.
need
So
a
we need a
we
safe
need a
word.
safe word for Bahjra only. What is it? Okay, big guy. Sun's setting.
Sounds getting real low.
It's time to get real low here.
Meet simultaneously your Hulk and your Black Widow at the same time.
Right.
Don't look too much into that.
Do we know about the precautious
Already am.
aggression?
I'm sorry, say what,
while
Hote?
I'm thinking my life.
Do we know about their like aggression
Oh,
and
yeah.
their quick?
Oh, yeah.
Do we know the easiest way to let it simmer? Like, would it be safe to just let them storm about on their own and everything will be fine?
Essentially,
or would they cause more problems?
Especially for this. This is not a well. In most Rakas, if they get super angry, tend to just walk it off, right? They like whatever. They'll punch a building or so. But with her particular backstory, this is a little bit more than that. But generally, Rakas are an aggressive, menacing species, which she's got menacing, which she's about to activate to cause everybody around her issues. And they if they are the first ones to run into battle, if necessary, followed by everybody else. They're like Wolverines, not the character, but Wolverine's the actual animal. They are when they get into a situation like this, they tend to be very focused at what they're doing. They're just eyes are focused straight ahead, and and with her, it gets a little weird.
So I've made up my mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the one who's kneeling in front of me. I want him further beneath me. So I'm going to kick him in the chest and try to step on him to get him to like kneel backward.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
force yoga.
All right. So all right. Go ahead and make your attack check. So this is going to be your brawling.
This is going to be what? More brawling?
Yeah.
Who are you, Jean from X-Men?
What's that
That's
mean?
an op, baby. That's an
a
op
what?
4, baby. That's an op 4.
So
Op 4,
I
baby.
rolled at the same time you did. I got an OT 1 on his physical defense. So roll your D10 to see how many more successes you get.
7.
How do you want to do this? You beat me by 1 success with that roll. By 1 success. So how do you want to do this?
Am I really gonna kill this man?
No, you're not going to kill him. I'm just saying,
no,
how do you want to do this?
No, I literally just want to kick my front, like, kind of using a Kote as like a back brace, as like a support. I want to lift up on one, and just gonna kick his chest all the way down until I can step on it, until he's like looking up at me. And just stand above him.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you push him down. Yeah. It's a kick push as you're pushing down to where you're like standing on top of him. Ahote, by no other experience other than you don't know exactly what's going on, you feel yourself lurching to one side as she kind of drags you with that, as she's not let go of you and just is standing on top of this guy's head or chest, looking down at him.
I feel like I want to pull back, but I'm too impressed. I just kind of like.
And I will actually say this in common just so everyone else could hear it. It's just saying, remember, you are beneath me.
So the other guy who's going to be going right now
will
before
always
Layla,
be beneath me.
No.
He sneers and says basically Vrida in Rakish at you. And after as your turn comes to an end, you, Layla, because you guys are gonna act at the same time. You see him lunging forward with this. It's not really it's dagger-ish. It's got a handle on it, and it's got a blade that curves in. So like he's coming in to like cut right there.
Okay.
You guys are gonna act at the same time. What's your agility modifier?
Mine is 71.
No,
you're a mod of 4. I have 4.
You're a 4, mod of 4. So he's got a 3, so you're going to act at the same time. So I'm going to allow you to act on his turn at the same time because you guys are acting simultaneously. You see this happening. What do you want to do?
Well, I see. I'm standing there, kind of just at a loss. I don't know what to do. I understand why Bahjra is doing what she's doing. I always want to de-escalate. And I think maybe I can try to convince everyone to stop. And as soon as I think that I see him lash out with the knife, and I go, oh no, no, this is not going to happen. And I would like to, first of all, remember how the action economy works. That would be good.
Full action, move action, simple action. And yes, just to let you know, that is, yeah, that's actually, this is actually what it looks like. Give me a second here. And Caffeinated Top Hat called it out. So let me put this in your guys' group real quick, in the group channel. And D&D.
Oh,
I don't see it.
Oh, you're about to see it right now.
In
the D&D channel, that's what it looks like. In
I
our
have a
channel.
friend who only uses those, and those are terrifying.
Oh,
He can like he sticks the summon there, and he like flips it around, and it's like, okay, I'm afraid of you now.
I don't.
as
Oh, a cookie. Oh, okay.
She's like, I want one of those.
Oh.
I would like to use my full action
All right.
to get in between him and Bahjra and basically do my best to body check him back.
Itty bitty.
I don't care.
So you're gonna
count.
you're gonna use your move action. So if she's here and he's he's getting ready to attack this way, you're gonna kind of step in between this direction and then try to body checking back this direction. Is that how I'm seeing it?
I'm trying to use a brawl because my brawling is better than my sword.
All right, so do that. All right, so you use your move action to step over, and then you're gonna basically WWE spear this guy.
Yeah, I'm a buff kitty. What can I say?
I tell you what, let's go.
Mommy got upset.
Mommy got really upset.
That is an art 9, baby.
Wow, that's awesome. So he's gonna get a physical defense. How many successes did you get?
Well, my brawling is 55, and I got an art 9.
So that's six successes actually, 6 successes. His physical defense, I've only got 2. So I'm going to allow you to body check him, like you ram into him, like shoulder check him. You hear this, as he's unprepared for it, and you slam him right into the stomach. You're gonna need to make a strength check on this one because he's almost twice your size, right? He's bulky. You're strong.
Extra big.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Strong
No
kid trying to
TS.
tackle
Just don't fail your strength check.
Okay, don't fail my strength check. So get lower than a 75. That is a 59.
You hit this guy in the fact, you spear him, and you've got him, you're going down. You hear the oof of rush of air as he literally loses his air, air knocked out of him, and you kind of drive him in such a way that your clawed feet grab the stone, and you use your whole body as this giant spring, and you just slam this guy back 5-6 feet onto the ground, and you're literally sitting on top of his chest when the dust settles on top of his chest. The weapon that I rolled that. That's not good. The weapon he was using clanks down the street as he lets go of that, and that's where you guys are sitting. He is going to, let's see if I can do this. No, he can't. We are now back to you, Ellen. You have now seen that. Go ahead, Layla.
I hiss. I just want to say for flavor, I straight hiss in his face.
Are you close?
Amazing.
Oh yeah, in his face, teeth bared, and I go.
You find yourself, Ellen, elbow kind of bashed, Ahote being grabbed by kind of off to the side next to you, grabbed. You see Bahjra literally kick this guy in the chest and pushes down in such a way that he almost breaks his leg that he was kneeling on, that was on the kneel. But he twists his body in such a way. Now she's literally got her clawed foot sitting on top of this guy's chest. At the same time, just seconds later, you see little Layla jump in front between the two of them and just body slam check this one guy next to you, and you hear the clanking of a weapon happening down the thing. And Ahote's like, the fuck do I do?
Shoot you wouldn't listen to me.
Well, listen to me. What do you want to do?
All
Engage
right,
your best buddy.
so one is all right. So where are the three threats then? At this point, we got one that's being sat on
Stepped
by
on.
Layla.
There aren't real no
Stepped on.
threats anymore in this, other than the sense that you've got one being literally stepped on in front of. One's 25 feet away being harassed by a group of people because, you know, he stumbled into them drunkenly. And then you've got Layla sitting on the chest of another one about 5 feet to your right. And full on, I mean, claws extended, you know, sitting on his chest like, you move, I'm gonna come, I'll dig your eyes out.
It is straight up. I hit my like my claws are right there.
I'll claw your eyes out if you move.
You move, your eye is gone.
Ellen's gonna just he's just kind of like shake it off and kind of like, okay.
I'm cool.
And
Adjust the hat.
Fine.
Yep. He's going to point his gun at the one that appeared to be the leader.
The one
I'm
on
stepping
the ground,
on?
the one that she's stepping on right now.
Stepping on.
Yeah. Yep. And he's going to say, can you understand me at all?
Oh, he grunts something like he speaks to you in common, like, yes, Rita.
Okay. Good. You three need to leave. He's going to like gesture very carefully, pointing the gun at him quite frequently as he does so.
You
Like,
leave.
you
You
three
leave.
leave.
Do you understand what you've
leave.
gotten into? The women will kill you.
That's crazy.
We're trying to save your life right now.
Yes, like, get out of here before they
boy.
tear you. Actually, he will. He'll just flat out say, he's like, they will tear you to pieces. Trust me. Get out of here. You have one head. You have one head. Would you like to try for none?
He kind
Just say.
of he coughs, and he kind of just looks at you, and then kind of looks at, you know, not like with any respect, but this like, get her off me, maybe kind of like, you know, he kind of looks at you and looks up at her like, I can't leave until you get her off me. That's the problem.
I'm gonna need him to show a little more remorse. All right.
Ellen will tap Layla's shoulder, and he's gonna keep the gun pointed at this guy's head, and he's gonna be like, "I think I got him.
No, you.
If he tries anything, he won't have a head.
He tried to stab her. I don't trust him.
He doesn't have the weapon anymore, does he?
I'll wait until we calm Bahjra down. We calm her
All
down.
right.
Oh, the
first.
one. The one that I'm stepping on and the one that Layla shoulder checked are two different ones.
Yeah, they're two
Yeah.
different ones.
Yeah. I'm basically
Oh,
saying
oh.
I'll let this
Yeah,
guy
so
up.
let me clarify for you, Ellen. So in front of you, right, this is what happened. You have Bahjra kind of coming face to face with these three guys. One kind of reaches out for her mask and tries to pull it off and calls her, and they speak in Rakosh back and forth. You can kind of see their disgust on their faces. These three guys in front of her. One was in front of her. These two kind of came to the side, like they were like dressing her down, you know, being rude and all this other stuff. In the words that were being said in Rakish. At that moment, you reach up and you try to grab her by the shoulder, but you slip and grab her by the neck, which she then turns around and she elbows your elbow, which causes your elbow to fly this way.
It's very hard to see her under the hood. It's okay.
Right. At the same moment, just after that, after like over here, you see Ohote kind of, you know, do something over here, and this one Rakas that's on the left side in front of you kind of blow back 25 some odd feet into a crowd. At that point, his other hand kind of reaches up and tries to grab her, and she reverses it and grabs him. So they're here. the guy in front of her, she then takes and she steps down on top of him and pushes him to the ground. At that a moment later, you see Layla kind of jump in between her and the guy that's on your right in front of you.
Who hasn't been touched yet.
No, right. It hadn't been touched yet. And he was pulling out this knife that I showed you guys where he was getting ready to just come across the back of her neck and slice her wide open. And Layla jumps over there and, you know, kind of like spring like a cat, jumps in and then jumps back full on, shouldering him in the stomach, knocking him back, and that he loses his weapon as he hits the ground. And now Layla is literally this 45-pound, 50-pound individual sitting on the chest of this person.
Than that. I am 140 pounds.
Oh, you're 140 pounds. All right, so this 140-pound cat, this Jakara, is actually sitting on the chest of this Rakas, and has got claws. Like I will rake your eyes out if you move. You step forward in front and you point the gun at the one that Bahjra is standing on. And says, "You need to leave now." And you kind of look back and you see Layla sitting on top of this other. I mean, this couldn't have worked out any worse for me than possible, but this is awesome.
It's not over.
And so that's that. And that's where you're at now, Ellen. You're like, hey, you need to leave. Hey, Layla, let him go. We've got him. It's all good. And Layla's like, no, not until she calms down. You know?
Yeah, once she's calm and we can, like, she knows that we're on her side, because right now she doesn't, then we can let these jerks go.
I mean, she's at a point now. You've heard of Rakos tempers and Rakos capabilities, but this is almost bestial in the way that she's doing this. She's speaking in a very deep,
growls,
almost like a growl, like language. The language she's speaking, but she's speaking it in one of those tones that's just like a mother has grabbed a child and is speaking very closely to their ear, like, I will hurt you. And it almost gives you this, if you had been the one to hear it, it would have probably, I would be asking you to make a horror check.
Oh. Liam Nelson and Taken.
Yes.
Phone call conversation.
Yes.
I will kill you.
I will kill you. I have skills that you do not know about. Yeah, absolutely. That's essentially what's happened. So that's essentially what has happened in the last 10 seconds. That's how quickly this all happened. 10 seconds.
Super fast.
So now it's still your turn. Are you done? Or are you going to hold?
Great question.
We were supposed to work at the bar this session.
I know. We haven't even made it back to the bar yet. He's going to get a look up.
Go on,
okay.
Crapper.
You're so stunned by what's going on. You're just like, and we're gonna roll on to Ahote. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll just hold the action. I don't know what to do.
I am just gonna sit here and kind of.
Bahjra's has got a death grip on your arm. I mean, it's one of those death grips that it's like when she pulls her hand off, eventually it's gonna leave these white marks for a little bit.
I don't even want to attempt to disturb her more often.
Yeah, so, what hand am I grabbing him with?
Your right hand.
My right hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's got all the claws intact.
Oh god. This kind of hurts.
You hear me out. We need to calm her down. I don't know how.
Actually, do I have something to calm her down?
So she's like, do you?
Because it be important.
So, I mean, I can. Oh, okay. What is a combat empathy?
Okay, so combat empathy allows you to have to be able to read the movements and have a really strong understanding of what they're going to do in their and while they're in combat. This has nothing to do with being empathic to her. This has to
About
do with you being.
interaction, empathy.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what?
I don't get
Oh
any
yeah,
of it.
that gives me a +10 bonus to convince.
Right,
Why did I not use?
it's already in there. It's already
Oh
built
yeah.
in.
In that case, yeah, I'm going
The
to.
only things that you have at this point without spells, you don't have like calm or any of that other some of those other spells.
I have.
Omega. So
Those would be important.
yeah, you're gonna be like, I need to learn that spell now that I know what she's able to do. I'm gonna keep that in storage just in case.
Very important.
You can try to do convince checks. That's probably going to be the best thing you can do. I don't remember your character sheet. I don't think you have leadership.
I don't, but what does becoming troubled mean? Like if she was to simply just become troubled, would that, I guess, stop her from raging out?
Say again.
If she became troubled instead,
Trembled?
troubled.
Troubled. Oh, are you gonna like try to frighten her?
Well, I don't want to frighten her, but
Just
like
try to convince her.
if my wolf, if Luna happened
Just
to
cover
howl
her.
and trouble everyone around, would that like derail her entire rage and just kind of like we can work from fear instead of
Fear rage.
blind anger?
So
Okay.
while the blind anger combined with fear creates even
Yeah.
more blind anger.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna convince her.
All
to
you're
calm
gonna
down.
keep doing is adding on to like, oh look, there's a fire. Can we put a building on it?
I brought the matches.
I'm looking at an oil fire and I'm like, maybe some water will help.
And Luna just goes.
Luna just looks at you like, what
Okay,
are you,
so
what do you want to do?
I want to convince her
All right, so roll your convince and then let's see what happens.
to. You know what? No. Special dice.
Special dice.
Every time I roll these, I get like an odd or very low.
You just jinxed yourself.
I did just jinx myself.
Oh, you did it.
That's a 36. What is my convince? 57.
2.
So you got 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Would my menacing come into play here? Suffer a charisma? Would a hold on, let me work out my question. Would convince be a charisma check?
Convince? Well,
Yeah.
okay, so convince is a I believe a charisma check, isn't it?
It can be intelligence, strength, or charisma.
Yes, intelligence, strength, or charisma. But the thing is you have that ability called menacing, and it's almost like for you, it's going to be a defensive feature. You're going to menace everybody around you.
No,
Yeah, so it diminished their.
I just want to help.
I know, but I'm just saying this is a cool feat. This is a cool thing. It helped out last time.
Cool feature.
My wall of bone is a menacing thing. So I read a lot on it.
So here's what happens: is on your we'll get to your turn. Are you going to do anything else, Hote? Or are you done?
I was also going to try to convince the people to leave as well. Although I know that she's on one is completely out the door. And
so
the other
what
one
you've done, is this: is Ellen has already convinced the guy that she's literally stepping on, that he needs to leave, and he's willing to, but Bahjra is literally stepping on his chest. And
the problem now.
And he's completely, so if we would do this mechanically, he'd be at like almost, he'd be at no physical defense. There's nothing he can do or attack easily from that position. And then you've got Layla literally spitting fire and hissing and that deep low growl that cats get, sitting on this guy's chest. So it's not a matter of convincing these guys. It's a matter of convincing Bahjra to let them go. That's where we're at with this. This is the Bahjra show at this point, simply because she has gone full Rakosh rage, and I'm going to make her do menacing here in just a minute.
Can I convince her twice?
You can attempt to convince her again, yes.
I already jinxed myself with these dice. We're getting a different set.
I mean,
Yeah, I've
Well,
had to cycle through a couple
that's not
sets.
much
Well, actually,
better. It's the same thing. It's a 34. Well,
Yeah,
kind of.
you're trying to convince her to, like, you know, trying to convince her. You're trying to convince her, right?
Yeah,
All right. How many successes did you get?
that was 30, 40. That's 2 successes as well.
All right. Make a willpower check, Bahjra. So what's your willpower score right now?
By the big number or the little number?
The big number.
Big number is 87.
Okay, you're gonna do this at an attribute check of 44. So I'm reducing your attribute. Oh, it's not permanent. It's just, instead of saying 4 successes, you've got to beat his by 2 or more successes for you to even listen to him. And so I'm reducing that score for right now.
So I have to roll less than a 44.
You have to roll a 24 or less,
Oh, okay.
essentially.
okay. Come on, Ohote, convince her.
Okay.
I'm trying, but she's so menacing.
She's so
I'm so
mean.
scary.
So scary.
She's gonna get a lot scarier here in just a minute.
Scary.
She is. I'm in awe because of her badassness, and I'm scared because of her badassness.
Yeah.
And she fell, didn't she?
That's a 81.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, she doesn't even respond to you. She's just, you can't, like I said, you can't even see her face. You don't know if she's crying. You don't know if she's like huffing or puffing. You can't see her face because of the mask and the hood that she wears. So you can't see emotionally what's going on with this Rakas. So we move on to your turn, Bahjra. You, as an instinctual thing, would now do menacing. Even though you've got control of things, you would release this menacing capability, which means that a 10-foot radius. That means everybody, you guys. You all must make a willpower check. What's your charisma?
My charisma?
Yeah.
Big number or little number?
It's the big number.
70.
So you
Not
all have to
super
make a willpower
charismatic.
check at a TS of 2. Go ahead, all of you make willpower checks. TS of 2.
We need a 50 or less.
So wait, we need willpower. I also need a 50 or less.
TS
fail.
is that raises or lowers our roll.
Basically, it's a TS. So what you want to do is this. Imagine the target successes are equal to 1, lowering your score by 10 for every 10. So what's your willpower, Ellen?
Mine is an 87.
So you would need to roll a 67 or less because that's equal to 2 successes.
We're
That makes
using
sense.
willpower, right?
Right, willpower.
Oh, that's even better. I got 46 and my willpower is 81.
All right, you're not
Hey,
moved by
I
it.
got a 13.
Okay, you're not moved by it, and I
All right.
think
Because I'm trying to convince her.
Jocelyn, did you fail that? Oh wait, she's back. Jocelyn, did
she
you
said
fail
she
that?
failed.
I failed. Yeah, I only
Yeah.
got a 61.
So
My willpower is
so
75.
while you're still there, you're affected. You feel this. Your fur kind of stands up on end now as you finally realize that, there's some really negative vibes coming off of Bahjra. Like, she's not Bahjra. We need to get her drunk again or something. I don't know. Whatever you're thinking. She is not vibing at all, right? She's like, I'm done. I'm gonna fuck the world up, kind of vibe
Okay.
happening. Bahjra, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna see this guy over here pointing a gun at my target, and there's no way in hell he's taking my kill.
Oh my god.
Ellen.
Oh, Ellen.
Ellen.
Violence.
No.
So I'm gonna try. No, we're not bringing that boy out yet. It's too
Who
soon.
knew our hardest fight would be with each other?
I thought we said yellow for PvP.
Hey, you know what? It's still yellow. It's still yellow. It's not red. It's yellow. It can happen, and it just.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Listen, I'm just rolling really bad on my saves on this. I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly, that's what it is. It's just the willpower.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I
can
got a
you
really
psych
willpower.
yourself
I'm
out?
sorry.
Because you're rolling bad on your willpower, but great on everything else. I need you to switch.
Okay, you know
then.
what? We're gonna go to the green dice. Green dice aren't her color, so it's gonna be great. Do I need to do another willpower check now that's a new turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. More willpower. Oh no.
He has 4.
Okay. He hits a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 30. I'm okay.
What's your willpower?
My willpower's 87, and I rolled a 30.
Okay, you're a little bit more in control.
Okay.
You're still feeling really pissed off, and you still
So,
have those abilities that I told you to pen. That's still going on for you.
Yep.
But you're feeling
Yep.
you Ahote, you kind of feel the grasp kind of release just a little bit.
Nice.
You slowly see all the blood ooze out. No, I'm just playing.
Just blown out. I mean,
You've
she does
got
have
these
claws.
5 puncture marks in your arm now. You know.
Yeah, it's just it's the
Guys, did
fully
you know
clawed
this-
hand.
This show is
I like-
rated R for marks.
I like want to take my hand away, but I don't want to piss her off.
Oh, she's still holding on. She's just kind of holding it now. There's no claws inside now.
Just let her hold your arm, Ahote. Just let her do
Let
it.
me-
I am, so I can make her feel bad about it later.
Hey.
No.
So what
Okay,
I'm hoping is I'm setting up this whole like, what the fuck is wrong with Bahjra moment? Like, we need to talk.
All right. So I actually am, if I'm picturing this correctly. So Akote's on my right and Alan's on my left, right?
No, so
Kind of.
if I'm facing down the street when the guy's in front of you, you've got your body turned this way with Ahote over here. Ellen is over here, right?
Oh, so he's kind of on the same side.
Yeah, he's on the same
Okay.
side as you. And this guy you got down there he's underneath your left foot and your other foot's here. And then off to the side behind Ellen is Layla sitting on top of the other Rakas.
Oh, so everything's
What's
happening
up?
over here.
yeah,
What's
everything
up?
basically
How
is
you
happening
doing?
over here.
I'm
Got
still-
it. Okay.
Still sitting on this guy.
You should probably
So-
roll not to cut him because you're shaking from terror.
Hey, good night, Caffeinated Top. Hope you have a good night.
Good
Thanks for
night.
joining us.
Yeah,
Good night.
I'm a little scared right now. It's a bad time.
It's a great time. What are you talking about? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some more badass stuff. Is I'm gonna go onto one foot onto this guy's chest, and I'm gonna try to like swing out my other leg and kick the pistol out of Ellen's hands.
Oh,
Opposed agility checks.
Okay.
All right.
wait, am I in on this?
No,
No, I'm just holding you for
so what
balance.
she's holding on to you for balance at any moment. For all this. So
I'm
literally,
I'm
gonna-
pointing the pistol at the
I'm
enemy,
gonna
and you're
brace
going to
myself
take it
so
out.
I'm
My
gonna perfect
support.
balance me.
I think we've just come up.
Would this be considered a melee attack?
No, this is just an agility check because it's
Okay,
not
okay,
really.
okay,
It's more like a touch attack more than it is an
Oh,
attack.
okay.
You're just trying to kick it out of his
I'm-
hands.
Yeah, I'm
So
just
it's an
trying to
agility
disarm him.
check.
I'm using my lucky dice for this one.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's math. Okay. I have
math.
I have 5 successes.
You can see all the numbers all
Which-
across.
which-
I have
He's beautiful minding this.
Stop. Say again.
8 or 9 successes. I got not 4, and my agility's 87.
Yeah, that's 8, 9 successes. So you go to kick it, Bahjra.
Mm-hmm.
Payback.
He sees
I
that
deserve that.
happening and he pulls his hand straight back.
Oh, good. He's getting away from my kill. Bad
Does a
boy.
little ocelot spin.
Make an agility check, Bahjra.
Okay. Make another agility check.
Oh.
Hardcore. That is
Don't fall.
only. I got a 69. That is 2 successes.
Nice.
Nope,
Right.
just kidding.
Nice.
It's 1 success,
Nice.
JK.
Okay,
1
you
success.
don't overkick and fall to the ground. But you are,
I'm just kind of there.
yeah, you're just kind of there. Had you failed that would have been bad. You would have just
I'm
fallen.
full
on your butt.
Chun-Li on this man's chest.
Right? Yeah, just full on drop, right?
I wanted her to fall, but I felt like if she would have failed, she'd have pissed herself off because she
yeah.
failed.
Oh yeah, right. She gets even more mad.
Rage.
Right? Willpower check.
Now
Damn it.
Now I like just like stupid.
He's actually gonna shout her name as she does that. As she kicks it, he's like, Bahjra!
You are grounded.
We're grounded. Why did the whole party just become her parent?
My God.
Layla's only 3 years older than you.
Yeah, but still like the closest to age. Okay, so seeing him avoid, I'm gonna, with my leg up still in the air, I'm gonna come down in a twist and turn my back to the group and swing my foot onto this guy out there who I'm
Are
standing
you
on
gonna
his
let go of a
face.
Hote to do that?
Yeah, I'll let go of him.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you white marks, little claws, a little dribble of blood as she lets go of your arm. So that's your simplest to kick. Your move is to drop your full weight onto this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my other foot and just kind of smush his face into the dirt.
Oh,
Just smushed.
I don't blame you.
she did get more mad.
Strength
God.
Damn it, I
check.
Angry.
missed.
Strength check. TS of 4.
Oh, I'm not very strong, guys.
Oh, this has nothing to do
Okay.
with. This is a
That's to
negative.
stand on his head or just to turn
But
his
I
head?
actually got 4 successes.
You got 4 successes.
Yeah, I got my strength is 64 and I rolled a 27.
Uh-oh. The GM looks very serious right now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's close.
Have we taken the shenanigans too far?
It's possible.
Oh no, he's looking something up. Oh no. What have I done?
I don't know.
I don't even know what I've done.
He's going to cast Menace.
The GM casts menace on the party. We all make willpower saves.
Okay.
Oh.
I am DMing you guys.
Ooh. Ooh.
You turn, and as you let go of a Hote, you kick up and you miss the gun, and you turn, twisting on this Rakas's chest, causing him to, and you bring your foot
You
flat
get
down
one.
on top, right on top of the side of on top of his face, and you do this, and you hear this crackling sound.
Oh,
The TS4 was to see if you actually hit him with full strength or not. You failed.
Oh.
You brought your whole strength down on top of this Rakas's neck and face and popped it that way. His chest gives out one last, and you sink into his belly.
That's number 2.
yeah. What happened to the one who flew out that I accidentally?
He's no longer. If you're looking for him, you no longer see him. The only one that's now that's giving any kind of like resistance to move is the one that's under Layla, and literally Layla's got it like nails like right here. Like if you move, I will dig in, kind of like, and there are special rules for that. We have rules for that, and I use those rules for you on this one, Bahjra. You have essentially broken this Rakas's neck.
Perfect.
He no longer breathes.
I Another kill from this murder party.
Actually, it's not another kill from this murder party. It's another kill from this murder Bahjra. Let's be specific about this.
Yeah, was it me or Ellen who killed the last one? I think it was Ellen.
Ellen.
Who killed the last
Ellen
one?
killed the last one.
Yeah,
killed the
Ellen.
last
Yeah,
one.
that's just true.
She fired the first shot, though. We would have just
I did
shouted
help.
at him.
I did help.
Ellen
wasn't included.
only shot him because he was about to
Yeah, no,
shoot
go ahead.
Layla in return. Now,
Yeah,
why
she
he didn't go to
got the
shoot,
first shot of this one too.
Bahjra?
I did. I am an instigator.
So
I start things.
Layla, what are you gonna do with this one that's underneath you now that you've heard all that? And you can see he even heard it, and he's for a Rakas, he's visibly shaken. Like
So I think I'm gonna look at
Oh,
Bahjra
Ellen's
first.
shaking.
I think I'm gonna look at Bahjra first, and my eyes just widen in horror. But like, I shake it off and I look at her, and I'm gonna use a convince to say,
I think we let this one live as an example.
I think you should just tell him to run.
yeah. I think I look down at him and I
Run.
say, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get off your chest, and if you don't run, I'm gonna let my friend murder you.
he kind of grunts like, okay, and he starts to look like he's starting to move. Are you gonna step off his chest and let him get up?
I am, but the moment I'm gonna prepare my claws, if he tries anything funny, I'm going for his eyes.
Okay. You start to step off, and he does that backwards crab scramble backwards to get away from out from underneath you. He then turns over, stands up, and starts running down the street.
I just go, bye. Tell everyone not to be rude. Bye.
Can I do a
grappling
reaction?
Bahjra as soon as I can.
Wait, okay, say again, Ohote.
I'm grappling her as soon as I can. I didn't know if I could react to grapple after she cracked his neck, but I want to.
All right, Bahjra, what did you say?
I wanna do a reaction. I see
right.
it. I see him run, and I'm.
Okay.
I had,
No.
I had
I'm still
actually
holding
said,
my action. Could
I had
grab
actually
her?
said earlier as well that I was trying to do a convince on Bahjra to like let the guy go.
All right, so make your convince.
Oh my god.
That is a fail.
My heart is pounding, by the way.
All
I
right,
never
so
used my action.
all right,
I will
Ellen,
shoot Bahjra in the leg if he tries to go for the guy.
all right, so Ellen, you're still hold on to your action. Bahjra, what do you want to do?
So Ahote hasn't grabbed me yet, right? Or has he already done that? In the sequence of events, has he grabbed me yet?
No, not yet.
He hasn't.
No, do you want to try to grab her? Do you want to try to grab her?
Ahote said
Ahote.
he did, yeah.
Ohote, do you want to try to grab her? Okay, so make
I
an
do.
agility check. This is going to be an opposed grapple. So you both get agility checks.
Okay. I get plus 15.
Oh well, good news. I failed.
I thought I'd hear that as good news.
You can re-roll it if you want. You've got heroic luck.
That is a
No, I'm gonna save that for-
9. So
9
that is
successes.
out of 85 because I get a plus 15 to grappling.
Right, and you rolled a what?
29.
So that's 6 successes. Yeah, you bring all 4 of your arms to bear, and you basically wrap her up in this bear hug like attempt. Bahjra, you start to feel, Ahote wrap around you and try to hug, hold on to you in a bear hug like a attempt. Did you want to try to say or do anything?
Oh, I'm gonna yell at the dude. I'm gonna try to wiggle out. Obviously, so I'm gonna try to wiggle because
Go
I'm
ahead.
angry.
You
Angry.
strength check TS of 6.
Oh no! Wiggle check. Oh yeah, no, I'm stuck there. I got a 78.
Yeah, so
My
she's
strength is
stuck there.
64.
I mean, you can feel it wigging.
Wiggle.
You just do one of those things where you just start to just.
For everyone else, I have turned from very dim yellow to purple.
Huh.
I am gonna yell at the guy who's running for his life, and just yell at him, just a string of curses, like but all in Rakash. But if it was in common, there would be beep 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 beep. It would be like a heart monitor. It would be a heart monitor. Just beep, 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 beep,
A
beep.
heart monitor, unlike the guy sitting underneath you.
It's my wrist.
Well, the guy sitting underneath.
His
No,
service tick.
Ellen. The heart monitor of the guy underneath Bahjra is now.
That's why I said unlike.
Oh, you said unlike.
Bahjra,
Oh.
make a willpower check. Let's see here. Hold on.
Great. I'm gonna use this die. No, you've been bad to me.
I'm not letting you go.
This
I
one.
don't care if you gain control of yourself.
Yeah. Well, like, you ain't going nowhere.
I don't trust
Make a
you.
willpower check. TS of 4.
We already saw you kill another man. We just need you to breathe.
He has a 4.
TS of 4.
Yeah, no, I'm calm now.
You kind of suddenly feel as she ends with these words that you've never heard this language before in this kind of manner. She kind of then just falls unconscious, almost unconscious, but limp in your arms, Ahote. You can just feel like just this, like this.
Don't
She's
let
just
her
tired.
go. It could be a trick.
Don't let her go. Don't let her go. And you and Layla, as you're kind of watching, because Ohote's got her this way, you're kind of over here, and Ellen, you're kind of over there. You kind of see her eyes kind of roll back on her head, and her head kind of like starts to roll backwards.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I don't see her eyes roll back, and I look at her, and I'm like, "Are you calm now? Are you gonna behave?"
There's no response. She's unable to give a response.
I kind of jiggle her in my arms a little bit, like, "Hey."
Are we still in initiative?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Would one of my curing spells possibly work on this?
Which one? Curing touch or cure wounds?
Curing touch.
Yeah, absolutely would.
And I always try to remember this is just I'm rolling under my divine knowledge, correct?
Correct. Everything that we do is roll whatever skill, attempt, attribute attempt that you attempt is a roll under. Is D100 roll under.
Ellen is going to attempt to pick up the guy on the ground and then gesture for them to head into an alley ASAP.
I think
More body hiding.
More body hiding. I think so. I did my.
Pick up a guy like one would someone who's alive and just unconscious because he wants to play this off as they knocked him out.
I did roll a 44, which is under my divine knowledge of 58.
Yeah, easily. So that's 2 successes, 44, 58, 44, 54. And you're using curing touch, right?
Mm-hmm. I am.
For all intents and purposes, we'll call this like a revive. It's the ability to remove unconsciousness from somebody. And so what you do is you hit her with a burst of positive energy, and she kind of wakes up and shakes her head, and now she's got this look on her eyes like, the fuck? Why are you hugging me?
Do you remember what just happened,
Let-
Bahjra?
Let go of me.
Ahote, let her go.
Answer the question first.
Ahote,
Let
her go.
go of me.
I look at
Please.
Layla, and I'm like,
Please.
"Are you sure?"
Yes. I trust in my God's power. Let her go.
I
Ellen doesn't
make sure that her feet are back on the ground, and then I gently open my hands.
All right.
But I'm ready to grab you at a moment's notice.
All right, I'm sorry, Ellen. You were kind of soft there. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say Ellen doesn't trust in her God's power for this. He's already taking the body, playing off as like he's like patting the guy, like wake up.
Ellen's already gone with the body. He's like, you deal with her, I'll deal with the body, I'll get rid of it.
Ellen's body management.
I think at this point, you see a softness to me that you haven't seen before. And I think I kind of just beckon, we all kind of follow.
Ellen into the alley, and I look at Bahjra and I say, "Do you remember anything that just happened?"
GM.
I don't know. Do you?
Uh,
You failed a lot of willpower checks there. I mean, you can
I
make an
did.
intelligence check
Okay,
at a TS of 4 to have like any kind of knowledge of what's
Recollection.
happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fail. I have no idea what happened.
I think at this point there's like crates in the alley, right?
More crates.
Yeah, more to hide bodies behind. And I think I kind of perch myself on one like a cat kind of does. Like, but I look at her and I try to get to like mildly close to. I can't really see her eyes, but I just look at her and I go. So first of all, you are one of the most badass warriors I've ever met in my life, and secondly, we almost got into a lot of trouble back there.
Yeah, the first thing she does as soon as Akotse releases her is adjust her hood to make sure everything's in place.
I'm staring at the line of
Check.
darkness under your
Yeah,
eyes.
there's mask and then there's hood. There is no face.
And so I just say, so I'm very impressed and I'm very glad I got in when I did because this guy came at you with like a knife.
Should have let him.
No, what?
You should have let him.
Why?
It would have made things more fun. Totally playing off that she has no idea what happened.
Bahjra,
She has no idea. She's playing it off.
Bahjra, you got really uncontrollably angry to the point where you didn't even recognize who we were anymore. And I know that we've only known each other for less than a day, but still. And then you killed another guy. I mean,
Tried to kill a Hote.
You tried to kill a Hote.
I bring up my arm as evidence. You see this?
You
was
also tried to kick Ellen's gun out of his hand. Actually, the only person you didn't try to hurt was me, which I guess, thank you, Angry Bahjra. But
Well, that's because you didn't come near her.
I pushed a guy away from her, so I was pretty close.
No, she was right next to her.
I was right there, but Bahjra, that didn't look like normal. Like, I'm sure whatever they were saying to you was horrible, and I was also ready to, give them these big bappers. But, that wasn't normal anger, was it?
So,
I'm not leaving her side, but I'm also staring at her intently.
He's tied. I wonder who it is to. He's tied to somebody. Or looking stuff up. I don't know.
This is the GM typing dance.
Bahjra, check your DMs.
Okay. Oh, it's me! Surprise!
Was I the one who was messaged?
I've never been happier to be with a dead body instead of my party than right now.
Hey.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, we're not that far away from you.
I know, but he's busy trying to make it look like this guy is fallen asleep drunk. Like he's kind of propping him up, sitting against a wall, and like looking for littered
really flexible
in his arm. He will be going through his pockets for weapons and cash.
He is now.
His friend comes looking back for him. Man, we gotta go. Come on.
We gotta go.
That didn't seem normal. Are you okay?
You all tried to do your best, I guess.
Yeah.
But I got ganged up on. So it's just simple self-defense. It's really nothing you have to worry about.
You don't remember anything that just happened.
Pretty sure that was more than just simple self-defense. Two of us were trying to help you and fight them, and you attacked all of us, except for Layla, who saved your life, possibly.
I'm just saying, a guy who you're already standing on isn't exactly much of a threat to make another attack against.
Perhaps not to
Like-
you.
I mean, I
Right.
understand being upset and reacting, but you were reacting without even
Because he
being
deserved
in your
it.
right mind.
He
You
deserved
had
it.
He deserves.
what about everything else? You had no regard for anything around you. It was like all you could see was anger. That's not self-defense. That's a burden that you're carrying.
You aren't too familiar with the Rakas. I can tell. Because
No, enlighten
that's
me.
how we do things.
You
That's
kill,
how we do things.
you kill people when they insult you?
Yes. To
What?
insult me is a grave offense. Especially me, but
I mean, I don't know what they said to you, but it must have been bad.
What do you mean, especially you? Because this is the second time you've referred to something as you personally. First, you said something about your background, and now you have my curiosity. What about you is special in the way that Rakas should be?
that little comment about the Shadow King has nothing to do with this. I can
Layla,
promise you that.
check your messages.
This is something different entirely.
You wear a
Right.
mask. You wear a mask and a hood. They don't.
Mhm.
Why?
Fashion choice. I travel a lot. They're probably
skepticism,
from
please?
here.
Can I roll a skepticism, please?
Do I have to roll skepticism because I really don't believe.
I mean, I'm
Fashion
trying to
choice,
stay true to this
like-
character. Yeah, that is gonna be 2 successes on that.
Bahjra, you are allowed to make attempt a convince check at least TS2 to try to bullshit the bullshit detector.
Yeah, gonna try to bullshit the bullshit. I'm not
This
gonna.
has turned into an adopted family for the
Oh
adopted
no,
child.
I'm pretty. No, I'm so good. I rolled a 16.
Oh yeah.
That's 5 successes.
There's.
And
I
what do
mean,
we have to roll for
all right,
against that?
So the first one was Layla doing a skepticism check on what she said, and then I had Bahjra roll a convince check to try to overwhelm that. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I do. I mean, it's a fashion statement. What do you want? I mean, seriously, everybody's got different fashion around here. I mean, look at him. He's got his
Whatever.
big old brim hat now. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
I got a hat. I got a hood. And
As
just
soon as she says it about the hat, I look at Ellen. I look at her. I'm like, hey, you gotta give a point. He does have a very big hat.
You can attempt another skepticism check, Layla, at a TS of 5, and same with you,
Oh.
Ahote.
Oh, okay.
I'll attempt to seek skepticism.
I'm rolling again
That's
because I rolled a
cocked.
19 at first, but
Oh,
and-
that's a fail. That's a hardcore fail. That's a 93.
What about you, Ellen?
you said a TS of 5.
Right?
I
Yeah.
believe
my-
I did,
TS5.
yeah.
All right. So
No, I have an
TS of 5
11.
means you-
Say again, Ellen.
TS of 5 means you add 50 onto whatever you roll, right?
Nope.
No.
What your convince check? What's the score?
Convince my skepticism.
Oh, skepticism.
That's a 44.
You would need to roll an odd one through odd 5. You would need to crit to actually disbelieve what she's saying.
No, never mind. I rolled a 21.
Well, damn.
TSs are how many times you get a 10 below your score.
Right. And when I call for 5, right? So if your score is 40, for you to beat 5 successes, you would need to crit, because then you get a
negative.
then you get a crit roll determination for that.
I think what sells me on it, I think the comment that sells me on it,
It's hurt with the hat.
is the hat. Like, I think it's just like,
Yeah.
like, even though I think in my heart I still think it's weird,
If this will put your mind to rest, they're probably from around here and used to this. I'm not. I have a very hard time seeing in the light. Okay? Light hurts. Hood helps.
Can I ask you just one more question, please?
What?
Is it normal for you to just attack and kill without? I don't know. Like you and I just approach things differently. When I see a challenge, I think, let me try to talk them out of this, and you are ready to go. Is that
When
something you
they
feel?
insult me,
Hey,
or
hey! I'm just trying to understand.
I'm not coming at you. You can relax.
You see that Layla still has hackles up over the entire situation. It's nothing personal to the player. This is all character. This is Layla just being like scared cat right now because she did get affected by the menacing.
Yeah. Extra spooky. Scary.
I don't think anybody's taking anything personally here. I don't get that.
No,
I just know that Bahjra is like, back the fuck off, people.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, she's a teenager. She's doing teenage things.
Oh yeah, and it's all character because I
Yeah.
totally
Yeah,
get it.
absolutely.
Layla's just like,
It's
all right,
just-
You are a teenager too. I forget you were a teenager as well.
She's
Mood
17.
swing.
Yeah, she's 17.
She's 17.
Yeah, she's not even legal.
Honestly, Ellen would probably just kind of like raise an eyebrow of like, okay,
My
and go back
purplish,
to he's asleep.
my purple kind of slowly fades back to a dim yellow, but it's a slower transition than y'all have ever seen.
You see that I get very distracted by the changing color.
Whoa,
I do.
you
Yeah,
just changed
during this-
color again.
Whoa. Yeah,
I
during
do
this whole
look at you,
conversation, she's just flexing her claws, which on her left hand is missing 3 claws on the center fingers. But the rest of them are not claws per se. They are kind of filed down a little bit. They're not like Rakoss claws, but they're more present than the ones on her left 3 fingers.
That I kind of take a few breaths because this is a little more excitement in one day than I anticipated. And like the kind of spooked cat vibe. You know when scared cats they just go like that, like very just you just see she kind of goes.
Yeah, I look at you and I tell you to your face, unless we're doing something like this job that we're about to pull off in a bit, I'm not leaving your side. Because so far we couldn't calm you down, but I know that I can just pick you up and hold you.
You try.
I succeeded.
I did it once. I'll do it again.
That's like the sibling rivalry of like, I will whoop your well, you can try. I just was standing on top of you.
Well,
I
killed
just
the guy,
helped
you
you
know.
up.
Just kill the guy. Whatever, man.
I hate to tell you, Talaris, you have found family vibes in this group, and it is dysfunctional.
Oh yes. Yeah, I don't tell you in a way of like I'm trying to threaten you or anything. It's just a way of letting you know, like, I will be there to pull you whenever I need to. I will be there to fight with you, but
where's the theme for Friends? Where's the theme for Friends?
I will be.
No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Yeah, there it is.
but yeah, also I want you to really, really remember that. So the next time you just get picked up, maybe it's easier to recognize that it's me doing it because I'm the only one who will, and then you don't attack me. Hint, GM.
If that's what makes you feel better, fine.
I mean, honestly, is it, you see that Layla kind of gets a kind of quirky smile and she just looks, I look at you and I just go, are you in the mood for another fight already? I remember you said something about a bar fight.
True.
Combat is a language with Rakoss. It's how we communicate.
I mean, this kind of works out because
How we
if you're
get
the
our point
first in the
across.
fight, I can fight too.
I actually have to
And
write
I
that
can
down.
walk and run.
I like that.
So if
Combat is a language.
if combat is a language and you see that I get a glint in my eye, does that mean you often say "fuck you"?
Oh, all the time.
And that's the first time
Oh.
you've heard Layla swear.
All the time.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Let's put it like this.
Read
I've
a
known
tick.
you for less than 24 hours. I don't think you deserve to get all my dirty laundry just yet.
Roger.
Yeah. And I respect that. But if we are going to continue working together, I will.
If you feel
Try
comfortable
my
being
party.
right next to me and prying me off of a dude, sure. Go for it.
I mean, well, I'm
Whatever
hoping to
floats your boat.
stop you before you get onto the dude. But yeah, you get my drift.
I think the main point is that yeah, we've only known each other for less than 24 hours, but I still want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. He goes,
I would
alright.
like to. Well, first, did the body get kind of hidden well
We hit our second body. Good gravy.
in less than a day?
Two bodies, one family. Let's go.
Selkie, check your games.
Okay.
They call them the Guardians.
You guys, as right, you guys are the guardians of Dr. Shiva, and you don't even know it. You're playing that kind of weird kind of stuff, right? So that's the next snappy thing to remove the one working head equation.
Are you trying for none? Clearly.
Wait, what?
As the sun, as it becomes darker from the shadows of the walls and the other parts of the buildings around you, you guys are making your way. May have made your way through this conversation and have slowly made your way back to the tavern. And go ahead and go to your Albert real quick.
Where do I find that again? Oh God.
It's a link that I sent to you guys.
Albert, we're here.
Wait.
Oh, Lord. Look it up.
This is the bar scene as you guys approach. It's fairly busy. It's not overly busy, but there's definitely people in there. I put you guys kind of at the front door. And before we decide to sign off for the night and jump into another interesting situation, I would like for you guys to kind of position yourselves in this map as you would see yourselves preparing. I mean, the tavern owner kind of waves at you and welcomes you in. He does one of these things and he's taking orders and filling drinks and he waves you in. It's been assumed that you guys will be taking up bouncing positions, right? Positions that will help them.
I was told I would be the entertainment.
Okay, well then you can go be the entertainment. Find your entertainment spot.
I was told I was gonna help him with the bar.
All right. Oh, I like that spot. Bahjra and Ellen. So these blacked out areas over here are rooms that you can't see into just yet. And this obviously is a room that's back there. You'd have to open up the door. And there's another room here. Its doors closed. Doors closed here. Doors closed here. Door.
Cool.
And Ellen, where are you gonna put yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right there, kind of keeping an eye on the bar, the front door, just seeing who comes in, where they go, kind of,
I was gonna ask. All right. I was gonna ask if there was anything useful on that guy that he had been pocket searching.
I will get that to you.
All right. Just want to throw that out there.
No,
and he'll be. Where's a good corner that has a nice view of everything?
Look at you, Bahjra. You even changed your name. That's awesome.
I did. I noticed it. I noticed it, and I was.
I noticed I was
sent the link.
Rust Monster. I was like, why am I a Rust Monster?
I just saw Hellhound entered the chat, and I'm like,
Same.
That would be me.
I just changed my name to Helen.
Let me see here. Oh wait, I can just move him.
Yeah,
What's
I
back?
like this.
What's this? There's no. I'm
Can't
looking for a
fight.
chair, aren't I?
No,
Mhm.
sit on the floor.
You can sit. You can put yourself anywhere you want. You're basically a
The
bouncer.
floater, the free agent.
Yeah, you're a free agent. Just put yourself wherever you want.
He leaves. End of
Um,
game. She scares me. Have to shit him out.
Oh, perfect. This Barstool right here, because
That
then he can
works.
be drinking and just kind of be able to see the entrance.
To let you know, this back here is the troll that you guys originally spotted earlier in the afternoon, earlier in the mid-afternoon. All right.
The useless one.
No, not the useless one. The one that knows their position. Like, I'm not
Okay.
gonna fuck with these guys and stuff. And with that, we will
Or bouncing
end,
against
and we
them.
will pick up next Friday night in the bar, the Tavern of the Dashing Dragon, and let's get some drinks on and see what happens as we start to explore the story of who is the Shadow King, who are the Daybreakers, and who is this Genevieve that they've heard about. She hasn't entered the building yet, at least not that you're aware of. Until then, my amazing players, thank you for a wonderful time tonight. Thank you for the shopping and the impromptu killing. Love it. Not going to say I don't. I hope you guys have a great night. Everybody say good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right. And we will be back in 1 week.